Did you know that most people have no idea who Tyrion Lannister really is in the books? Appearance-wise, Tyrion is a dwarf with stunted legs, stubby fingers, and a jutting forehead. He has mismatched eyes of green and black, so much so that rumors spread that he has an evil eye, which makes people shiver at his stare. Tyrion's thin hair is fair and flaxen, so blonde it can appear white, which makes him look like an old man, rather than the dignified look of the Lannisters. He does have some strands of black hair, however, and when he chooses to grow a beard, it is yellow, white, and black, which makes him look even worse. Tyrion's unique stare has been said to make people uncomfortable, which he tries to use to his advantage, especially during his reign as Hand of the King, which gave everyone the uncomfortable feeling that Tyrion's eye is magical that can see through lies and deceit. Tyrion is intelligent, well-educated, and a ferocious reader. He is sharp of wit and tongue, and even though he is no warrior, he has been trained at arms and shows great bravery in battle. Moreover, he knows some tumbling tricks, and despite walking with difficulty, and is by no means an easy man to slay even in combat, which is why Tyrion has stated that what he lacks in size and strength, he makes up for in mental acuity. Tyrion is generally hated by his family and even the common folk who mostly know him for his famous debauchery and scary deformed stories, which is mostly why Tyrion doesn't believe the White Walkers exist. To him, they are probably just wildling uglies who have been mistook as monsters by people who value looks over character, which is why butterflies were loved and cockroaches were hated. Life was known to have some aesthetics criteria. Even Jaime Lannister, which was the nicest to him, doesn't exactly love him like it's portrayed in the show. He was just as horrible to Tyrion growing up, which to be fair was a hate that came from Cersei's influence, who hated her brother with passion. Cersei claims to hate him because he murdered her mother during childbirth, which is actually false. She only hates him because she is paranoid from a prophecy she received when she was young. Cersei doesn't really care about her mother's death. In fact, Tyrion did her a favor since she had recently caught her committing adultery with Jaime when they were only about 12 years old and threatened to tell their father. Tywin also claims to hate Tyrion because of Joanna's death, but the only reason why he hates him is because he makes his genes look inferior, which is the main reason why Tywin never remarried after Joanna's passing. As things currently stood, he could blame Tyrion's genes on Joanna. But if he were to remarry and have another dwarf child, everyone would know that he was the problem and not his deceased wife. Tywin also hates that Tyrion is the only one to resemble him most in personality and skill, which were also confirmed by his sister, who bluntly told him that Tyrion is the only real heir he actually has, and although Jaime resembles Kevan and Tig, he falls short when it comes to Tyrion. Tyrion is far from being heroic or good-natured. He lies and deceives, he wishes and causes murder and torture. He even folded to his desires and many times barely held himself from graping Sansa Stark, who was around 12-ish, and even threatened to grape Tommen if Cersei did not comply with him. After murdering his father and escaping Westeros, Tyrion even plots with a friend of Lord Varys, known as Illyrio Mopatis, about giving Princess Myrcella a crown and having Dorne rebel against the Iron Throne, so he is not as loving of an uncle to his niece and nephew either.